Hi, this is Carolina from Healing Crystals Art Studio. Today we're gonna doodle with watercolors. The exercise today is gonna look at the end like this. We're gonna paint just spaces with solid color. We let it dry, and then in a second layer we're gonna doodle in each shape, whatever it comes to us as a natural doodle. Of course, you're gonna maybe copy mine today, but I'd invite you to use your own doodles. For example, this is something that I always do in my watercolor work, like this wiggly kind of worms. Then this kind of coral or shells, even the sun shape, or these sea creatures. So find what you are doodling all the time and try to practice it with watercolor. Because when you start doing your intuitive exercise every day by yourself, you have like a library of your own personal doodles. Okay, we're gonna use regular inexpensive watercolors. You can find something similar to this in Target, and of course watercolor brushes. I always recommend watercolor brushes because these ones are made to hold more water. That's why they're different to other brushes. So if you can find it, they are just watercolor brushes. This is a round, but in order to do faster, you can use a flat one too. So let's do 8 or 6 or 8 spaces. So you separate your page. Just like that, and you start just coloring. So choose a color you like, the colors please you today. It's always a great thing to do. It's an exercise that we do always here in the classes and the workshops in the studio. You have to use the colors that are calling you that day. Are usually connected with your emotions or whatever thing that you need to process. So just try not to touch the pencil so we can erase it later, and just start filling your squares or whatever shape you choose to do. Try to do this layer very transparent so you can work after with another shade on top, and it's gonna see, you can see the contrast in the two colors. So you wash and you go with the other color. Let's see, let's do a blue one here. It's a great way to practice to your brushes, to try new paints, new colors. So you're gonna let this dry. For about 10 minutes. And then we're gonna to doodle. For doodle, you want to use like a smaller brush, a pointy one. If you don't have anything, you can doodle with the tippy point of your brush, just barely touching. But it's ideal that you have like 2 or 3 different sizes of brushes. Okay, so let's wait until this gets dry. Okay, this is dry. I help a little bit with the hair dryer. You can do it at home too. We're gonna start doodling. So let's do some just dots or so you can use a repetitive pattern used to fill the space. You can copy my doodles, so you're free to create. I recommend you not to think too much, just go for it. You will see a lot of things are going to coming out from your subconscious mind. This is a great exercise to put you in the zone where you forget the time is passing. It's kind of a meditation. So just gonna do like a pattern with just lines. Let's do like intermittent. If you don't feel comfortable working with a thin brush, this is a great way to practice. But if you prefer, you can do these doodles on top of your watercolors with markers, with micron, with any pen or pencil, gel pens. This is great to fill, for example, your journal pages when you finish something and you just have paint in your tray. You just use it and make your squares or rectangles or circles, and then you come back later to doodle on top. So you don't need to wait for the shapes to get dry. It's a great way to have your surface prepared for doodling instead of doodle like in a white page. I think this is more fun. You learn how certain colors go well with others. Planning for a bigger paint. In order for your brush to run, you have to have like a watery consistency in the paint. So then I start the pattern going in a different direction. another thing that I always use in my big paints, either watercolor or acrylics, are circles. So you start making just circles. Great way to practice, to make circles. Use the point of your brush and then start connecting circles in different sizes, overlapping them. Let's try the last one here. Let's use this brown. Just go with the flow, whatever comes to you. You do it, and then you can repeat it, explore it, do it like a smaller, bigger, and the same family of colors, or then contrasting cool and warm colors. This is a very free exercise. These are just some ideas of doodles that I use in my work, but you can use yours. I would love for you to show me your doodles. Remember to hashtag Healing Crystals Art, and send me also your practice and a message so I just can post it on my daily stories. Okay, this is our doodle exercise of today. I hope you like it.